The Anky versus the Dunkleo. Which one is best for farming metal? Let's find out. Okay, so first up, I placed a couple of vacuum compartments and the industrial forge. Now, obviously, you can't place the indie forge under the water. So I placed a couple of vacuum compartments with a generator. Yes, the vacuum compartments no longer need a tech generator. Who even knew? You can literally just place them on their own and they will actually place and you can start using them. This generator is just to power the lights and this bad boy. That's the only reason. The reason I did it like that is I placed a moon pool under there so I could actually just swim with the donkey, get out all the metal that we farmed and access it like this and put it in. There's the indie forge. So if we swim with the donkey, we'll just park here, get the metal and put it in. It's as simple as that. I'm going to build like a little something on the land as well. This is the donkey. Now let's look at the stats. Let's look at the stats. Okay. So here we have a level 194. But what is important is the melee damage. We've got 563 melee damage. 563 melee damage. And on the Anky, again, not the level, the closest I could get was 564 melee damage. So their melee damage is actually what's going to make the difference on how much metal we can farm. Because if I take 10 Ankys and I put them together, doesn't matter what level they have, they will have different damage and weight stats and everything like that. Next up, I came to Svartalheim because under the water here, there is these metal golden rocks. Meaning if I use my Anky or the land and I use my donkey down here, it should actually give me the same metal without going and eating coral and all kinds of stuff, hoping I would get the same amount of metal. So that would kind of balance things out and give me, with the same damage, biting the same rock should give me the same amount of metal. Let's find out how much each one does give action. Okay, so here we are with the Anky, about to go and hit some metal. So again, the stats is I only put a little bit of points into melee damage to kind of balance the melee damage between the two. But this is the weight and all the stats that the Anky has. Now, let's see how much it actually gets with one hit. So with one hit, I got 169. 169. That wasn't 169 again. Let's just get through all of this quickly. We can get there. I'm going to actually throw this out. And then we'll hit this one. 166. Alright, 166. 161. That one might have been a little more. 17. Alright, so let's say on average it gets about 165 to 170 metal per hit. That is what we are getting with the Anky at the moment. And I have farmed in this short little moment three full stacks of metal and 132 extra. And we're also going to check the weight reduction. It's got 45 weight reduction. Okay, so let's go to the Dunkleo. Okay, here I'm on the donkey. Let's look at its stats quickly for a second. So you'll first notice it's got way more, way more weight than what the Anky had. Again, that's just to balance it out. Let's quickly see what we get per bite. 55. 585. 585. 6 to 8. Okay, but this is now where the problem comes in. So I have way more metal and it gathered way more stone than the Anky. Okay, so this is the Anky just before it struggles to move, and we've gotten 2 rows and a little bit. So what I'm going to do now, as you can see, is this is how much it farmed just before it starts struggling to move. Let's take all of this out. I'm going to put one in there. We'll take all of this out and we'll split this with, say, 100. And then if we put 100 in its inventory, you'll see that the Anky only takes 15 weight from 100 metal. So that's the Anky's weight reduction right there. Okay, and this is the donkey. So I went and I bit a couple of nodes, and this is how much metal we got with the donkey. Look at that. It's a little bit more than the Anky. I'm going to actually do this. Let's throw that out. We take 100 to see the weight reduction of the donkey. It's actually less than the Anky. The Anky has way more weight reduction in metal than the donkey. Interesting. So the conclusion is, doesn't matter what you are farming with the Anky, he is actually a little bit more versatile because you can still pick the Anky up with the Argent, the Karakinos, a couple of other dinos, and you can travel and take him to anywhere you kind of want to farm. And that is what makes the Anky actually really great. And it's also a little bit easier to tame, especially in the beginning. On the other hand though, the donkey is a way more efficient farmer and its weight upscales pretty tremendously. I mean, look at that. You can easily get 4-5k, even more in weight, even with its less weight reduction than the Anky. And you get a lot more metal, like in a lot more metal at one place than the Anky. We could easily, look at this. All of this, and now I just need to get that little one there. Let me quickly get that. So much for easily. Let's bite this one and I'll show you guys. I mean, look at that. Out of the same place. Now, if you had the Anky right now, you would have had to travel to 2 or 3 different spots to get this amount of metal. So, conclusion. The donkey is a far better farmer and gets a way more than the Anky. The Anky is just easier to tame at the beginning and a little bit more versatile because you can travel with it a little bit more if you don't have cryopods and things like that. Guys, I hope this helps. I hope this video gets you to use the donkey a little bit more. They are actually very cool animals. Have a good one. Catch you guys again.